Hey challengers, it's Katie Chowdhury. I'm so proud of you. You guys are reaching for your goals and you're doing awesome things. You're doing really well with your water. And I hope that the check-ins that I'm doing for you aren't overburdening you, but are helping you to stay consistent. And Stephanie, way to go with watching and using your triggers. It's a great way to help you make sure that you remind yourself that you got to be drinking the water throughout the day. I'm telling you, it makes a world of a difference. You're just flushing your system out constantly, and that's exactly really what you need to be doing as a key start off point for losing weight and for just getting healthy again. What I want to focus on next week though is really looking at meal plans, and in so doing I don't want to give this information to you day by day or start off with giving you that information on Monday because it's not going to give you enough time to prepare for next week. So if you are already doing meal plans or if you are already okay with what you're eating, then don't feel by any means that you have to do any of this. Like everything that I give you they're just suggestions to help you along, but nothing is set in stone where, just because I do it this way doesn't mean that you have to do it that way, or, just because you saw it on Oprah doesn't mean you have to do it and it's going to work. Whatever works for you, if it's working, don't fix it. But if you're looking for some help or guidance, use this kind of as a general rule of thumb. The first thing is that you should make sure that you eat within the first hour that you wake up. And I know that's hard for some people because some people just don't have an appetite in the morning, and that's kind of how Anthony is. It seems like it takes him a couple of hours before he wants to eat his breakfast, which is fine, but whatever. It's just a rule of thumb because your body has been recovering, your muscles have been resting, and your body has been recovering all night. So now you want to put some fuel in it in the morning to rev up your metabolism again and to get it rolling. So if you like to work out early in the morning like I do, if you can work out with something small in your stomach, then what I try to do is get up a half hour earlier and eat like a Lara bar or something that's small, maybe even half a Lara bar, or like, I don't know, a couple slices of apples, something to put in your stomach so that you have a little bit of energy to get you through the workout, and then do your workout and then worry about breakfast afterwards. But if that's not your case, and you're trying to eat that first meal or first snack of some kind within that first hour, then you want to aim to eat every 2.5 to 3 hours throughout the day, up until like 3 hours before you go to bed. You want to wait. You don't want to eat in the last 3 hours before you go to bed because that's going to kind of sit in your stomach, and the metabolism will be slower at that point. So that's your first aim. Okay. So if you want to take that slow, then maybe just work on that for next week, is pushing to make sure that you're eating every 2.5 to 3 hours. 3 meals that are a little bit bigger and 2 small size snacks are pretty good to aim with, but it depends on how long you're awake. So like when I was working and I was up a longer day, I would end up really with like 3 snacks because I was up a longer period of time with more 3-hour periods in between. So let me just give you an example. On Sundays, we try in our house when we're home to cook a big pot of something. And actually today I'm doing it. It's really a small one because it's only going to be for today, but something like this would work. I'm making a turkey chili, and what I've got is just really enough for maybe 3 servings. So 1.5 each, maybe a breakfast and a lunch for us. But my husband usually will take out the big pot and make a big pot of soup, like a hearty chicken vegetable soup, or he's Pakistani, so sometimes a keema, or like a turkey chili, or a chicken gravy, we call it, something that's veggie and chicken based or fish based, and that's something that we can scoop out and warm up quickly all through the week. So, but I'm a creature of habit, and he kind of is too. So we're okay with eating that every single day for dinner, and then having like a low carb Mission brand tortilla on the side. It sticks to the ones that are about 100 calories, and I think they're like 20 grams of fiber. So they're super good for you. You can cut 20 grams of the carbs out because you have a lot of fiber in there. So that should really help you out too with going to the bathroom and eliminating, which will help you with your weight loss too. So that's kind of what we aim for breakfast, for dinner. I'm kind of going backwards for you. For me, I drink my nutrition meal supplement for breakfast and lunch. That's like the one I drink is the chocolate flavor, because it's all natural and it has all my veggies in it for the day in one serving. And honestly, in this house, I'm watching my friend's son 3 days a week. He's a baby, 6 months. Anthony's 2 years old. There's a lot going on. and there's not a lot of time for me to worry about making an omelet or getting a sandwich or something. So to me, it's easy to either blend it up in my bullet or to just shake it up in my shaker cup and drink it, and I'm full and I'm good for another 3 hours. So if you want information on that, you can let me know, but otherwise you want to plan ahead. So this is also something that we've done. Take eggs or egg whites, whatever it is that you're going to concentrate on. And my husband did that this week for himself. He made a whole bunch of eggs at one time, like almost like little patties, and he chopped up a soy Morningstar soy burger, and he chopped that up into like bite-sized pieces, and like made like a mini omelet out of it. And some days he's been eating it on, let me show you, this is a good bread choice. Some days he's been eating it on Healthy Life. You see that? Healthy Life English muffin. And sometimes he just eats it plain. Today I think he had it in a mini, or like a half of a Mission tortilla. Again, that gives you a good balance. Those healthy lifestyles like have hardly any calories in it, and it's a good bread with low carbs and some fiber in it too. So, I don't suggest going cold turkey with getting rid of something, because we all know if you go cold turkey and get rid of all the carbs, you're probably going to have problems somewhere along the line because your body's craving it and you're not getting what you need. Which reminds me, another post I have to tell you about that Naturally Thin book. It's fantastic. If you haven't read it, it's awesome. It's so cool. I'm only in the second chapter and I can't stop putting it down. Anyway, back to my thought. If you make those patties ahead of time, again, it's a time saver for you in the long run, because you might be making like, let's say 5 or 6, depending on how many people you're cooking for in your house, whatever, ahead of time. But you put them in a Ziploc container in the refrigerator, and then in the morning you slap it together, or at night you can put them together and then just warm it up for a few seconds in the microwave to make it warm again. And there's your breakfast or your lunch, or the egg itself with the soy patty in there. That's a good snack too, depending on what you're looking for. Lara bars are good snacks. Be careful with granola bars because there's a lot of sugar in them, and just things that are not natural. I think I made a post, if you follow my fan page, about the sugar content. I found in I think the Skinny Bitch and the Kitsch, I found a good recipe for granola. If you want that, let me know. I can send that to you. That was a really healthy one. Also, fat-free plain yogurt. And then you can make a dip by like taking 4 or 5 strawberries, blending them up, and put that inside of it. Or rather than buying the yogurt that's already mixed, you're better off getting the fat-free plain and then adding fresh fruit to it. That's another good snack. So those are some examples of breakfasts and lunches that you can do. Turkey roll-ups. I know maybe it sounds weird, but if you take a slice of turkey or 2 slices of turkey, you can do it a couple, however many you need, and then I lay a piece of lettuce on top of it and a couple of tomatoes, and then just roll it. It's like a roll-up sandwich without the bread. Again, if you need to have bread in your diet, go with this healthy lifestyle one. Or healthy life. It's definitely a good choice. So your goal for next week is to plan to make sure that you're eating every 2.5 to 3 hours. Write it out. Take a notebook out. I swear I live by the notes in my phone and the notes on my paper. Take a notebook out and draw 5 lines down with 3, or for 5 and 5 days or 7 days, of the week, and your 3 snacks and your 3 meals, or 2 snacks and 3 meals, whatever it is, and divide it up so that it shouldn't be a guessing game, because unfortunately, if it becomes a guessing game, at least this is what I find in my life, if it becomes a guessing game, I don't eat properly because I grab whatever I can find. And I also have found that if I don't eat every 2.5 to 3 hours, if I skip, I'm famished by the time I get to the next meal, and then I make poor choices because I feel like I'm over hungry, so I eat things that I shouldn't eat rather than just keeping myself, at a level playing field. You kind of go through the ups and downs. So anyway, that's your tip for today. Email me, question me if you have any questions, and I'll be happy to help you. Have a great day.